Congratulations on your child's admission to the University of California, Riverside. Our office, Student Conduct and Academic Integrity Programs, or SCAIP, appreciates the time you are taking to learn more about our office and student conduct at UCR. A main function of the SCAIP office is to address alleged incidents of student academic and social misconduct through educational processes. We also educate students about their rights and responsibilities as part of the university and surrounding community. And we act as a resource to students and to the campus on issues of student academic and social conduct policies. The goals of the conduct process are to provide accountability, ensure perspectives are heard, educate on relevant issues, encourage participants to learn from their experience, and ensure misconduct is not repeated. Our office strives to ensure students have the opportunity to be heard and are treated with respect when participating in the student conduct process. Though some sanctions may be perceived as more punitive, our focus is on education. We are helping the student to learn from the situation and understand the impact of their decisions and behavior. As part of becoming a student at UCR, individuals agree to follow the university standards of conduct, 25 general policies as laid out in the University of California's Policies Applying to Campus Activities, Organizations, and Students, or PCAOs. Students also agree to follow other campus policies, such as those for housing and parking. Parents often wonder how students are provided information about policies. They are often surprised to find out that this type of presentation is not given to students. Students do get broad overviews about student conduct through other pieces of orientation, through presentations from housing for those who live on campus, during academic college orientations, and through notes and course syllabi and presentations by instructors. Of course, students may access information about student conduct at any time online. UCR has one official policy regarding academic misconduct, which prohibits all forms of academic misconduct. The Academic Senate has defined this broadly as any act that does or could improperly distort student grades or other student academic records. However, the Senate and SCAIP provide some clarity on common types of academic misconduct as listed on this slide. Violations of any of these would be considered academic misconduct. Though it varies some from year to year, the most common forms of academic misconduct are typically plagiarism, using another's work or ideas without giving credit, and cheating, fraud or dishonesty, inappropriate use of materials, or helping someone else in completing academic tasks. During remote instruction, our office observed an increase in unauthorized collaboration, working with others without permission. The remaining 24 policies, what our office calls social policies, are mostly common sense, but some are a little different than law. For example, marijuana, though use is legal for of-age individuals in California, is not allowed on campus. The highlighted policies are those students are alleged most often to violate, though again, this varies from year to year. Each of these policies is detailed on our website and in the UC PCAOs document. Our office adjudicates about 1,500 cases per year. This has almost doubled since 2012 and is still rising. The recent trend has been for more social cases, and last year saw twice as many social as academic. However, during remote instruction, social case numbers dropped considerably, while academic cases rose moderately. Parents and students often think misconduct is limited to those who are not succeeding academically. However, it is not just poor academic students who commit misconduct. Overall, as this graph shows, the GPA of students who are referred for misconduct mirrors somewhat closely the percentages of GPAs of our overall student body. As you can see, most students who are referred have above a 2.0 GPA, with the largest group in the 2.5 to 2.99 range. While working with students who have chosen to engage in academic misconduct, our office has come to understand some of the reasons students make these choices. The most common is the student's perception that they have poor time management skills. where they struggle with procrastination or do not allocate enough time for study. Students also share that they lack confidence in their own skills, lack willingness to, or are afraid to seek resources, feel the pressure to do well from themselves, from their family, or due to being in or striving toward a competitive program, did it in high school and got away with it, and believe they will not be caught, perceive that others are doing it, so why not? Notice what's not on here. As suggested by our previous slide, that they are bad students. Students rarely tell us that they cheat because they did not understand or could not handle the course material. The student conduct process consists of 4 stages. Initially, SCAIP receives some kind of complaint, typically from housing, the police, faculty, or the university community. Your student can report incidents involving other students of concern as well. All social and academic misconduct referrals are taken seriously and reviewed by our staff to determine the best way to proceed. The next step is that SCAIP notifies the student of possible violations and offers the opportunity to meet with a member of our staff. These notifications are almost always via email. The meeting is an opportunity for the accused student to discuss what happened from the student's perspective and understand the information the university has regarding their case. After the meeting, or if the student chooses not to meet, SCAIP determines if there were violations using a preponderance of the evidence standard and issues sanctions or consequences. Preponderance of the evidence is not what people are used to from criminal courts as shown on TV, where most of us have heard the phrase, beyond a reasonable doubt. Instead, preponderance means, is it more likely than not that a policy violation occurred? The sanctions we assign typically fall into 3 categories. Accountability sanctions. These are written warning, disciplinary probation, suspension, and dismissal. Serious or repeated offenses are referred to a conduct committee comprised of students and other university committee members, and generally, only committees can assign suspension or dismissal as a sanction. These 2 sanctions are rarely assigned. The second category is educational activities. These include sanctions such as reading a book or website, interviewing staff or experts, attending workshops, and/or writing reflective essays. And finally, restorative actions. These can include paying for damages, writing apology letters, or completing community service. Our process is not a legal process. Students do not have the same rights as in a courtroom. However, there are protections in place to provide for due process. Students are notified with information regarding accusations, and they have the opportunity to have their voice heard, though the process moves on even if they do not take advantage of that opportunity. Students have the right to have an advisor present with them throughout the process. Note, this is not a representative, such as a lawyer in a courtroom. The advisor cannot speak on behalf of the student, but is there to provide support. Although limited to specific grounds, students may appeal decisions. If they do, it is important for their appeal to demonstrate merit based on the appropriate grounds. They cannot simply disagree with the decision made. Finally, student conduct records are protected by the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. Because of this, the university does not notify parents or family of disciplinary issues. There is a limited waiver available from our office, but our process is still with the student, not others who may be assisting or supporting them. Students can be held accountable for off-campus and online behavior. Our jurisdiction is not limited to actions which occur on campus. Parents are often concerned about hazing, and hazing has occurred on our campus. We ask for assistance from family in addressing this. There are some unrecognized organizations that operate unofficially on campus. If your student is joining an organization or fraternity or sorority, check the lists at the links on this page, especially concerning our dismissed organizations. Also, hazing is not just a fraternity-sorority issue. Hazing is rarely reported by students being hazed, so we need your help to notify our office if you become aware of signs which may be found on the linked website, that might suggest your student is a victim of hazing. As part of the campus community, our aim is to assist students to be successful in their academic and life endeavors. From a conduct perspective, students have a role in that as well. They should take the time to read through the policies at least once, so they do not inadvertently violate a policy they are unaware of. Students need to check email regularly. This is an official method of communication for the university administration, including SCAIP. Students must respond to notices from faculty and SCAIP regarding possible misconduct. Students are encouraged to ask questions and seek out resources. There is even a UCR app. Students have the opportunity to get involved on campus, including at SCAIP. Research shows that students who are involved in collegiate activities are more likely to persist and graduate. And finally, encourage your student to talk to you. Sometimes they don't come to us, but do to you, and you can be the link that gets them the resources they need, whether that is our office or elsewhere on campus. Student Conduct and Academic Integrity Programs appreciates the time you provided to learn about our office and the conduct process. More information is available on our website.